Why you do this? Understand yourself. Why does everything feel fine, but something inside you knows it's not? There's no big fight, no drama, no obvious reason to question it, and yet, something feels off. You sit next to them, but you don't feel fully connected. You talk, but nothing really lands. Everything works, but nothing really moves. And that's what makes this so confusing. Because nothing is broken enough to leave, but nothing feels real enough to trust either. So you stay, in this strange middle, not unhappy enough to walk away, not fulfilled enough to relax. And by the end of this video, you'll understand why some relationships never fix anything, and why keeping it calm can slowly destroy what actually matters. From the outside, it looks normal. No chaos, no constant arguments, no obvious problems. You function together, you talk, you go through your days. And sometimes, it even feels okay. But then it comes back. That subtle feeling, something is missing, not love, but depth. You notice what never gets said, the things that almost come up, then disappear. The tension that shows up, then gets ignored. And after a while, you stop expecting anything to be resolved. Because nothing ever really is. Here's what most people miss. Some relationships don't break because of conflict. They break because of avoidance. Because every time something real shows up, it gets smoothed over. Changed, minimized, ignored, and at first, that feels peaceful, even mature. But real connection cannot grow if truth keeps getting postponed. Because every time something important is skipped, a little bit of trust disappears. A little bit of closeness fades. Not all at once, but enough, over time, to make everything feel flat. You can feel it, even if you can't fully explain it. That moment when you almost say something real, but stop. That tension in your chest. That quick calculation. Is this worth it? So you wait, then you wait again, until eventually, you stop bringing it up. Not because it doesn't matter, but because it feels like too much. Too heavy, too risky, too likely to go nowhere. And that's when something shifts. Because now, you're not just holding your feelings. You're holding the relationship together. This becomes a pattern in your body. Your system learns. Keep things calm equals stay connected. So you adapt, you soften your words, you adjust your tone, you hold things back, you become more careful, because your nervous system is trying to protect the bond. But here's what it doesn't realize. Calm is not the same as connected. Silence is not the same as safe. And over time, your body starts confusing the two. Logically, it makes sense. Why create tension? Why make things harder than they need to be? So you keep things smooth. You avoid unnecessary conflict. But here's the cost. Nothing gets processed. Nothing gets resolved. Nothing gets deeper. And slowly, everything becomes heavier. Because now every interaction has two layers. What's being said, and what's being avoided. And holding both is exhausting. They might not seem like the problem. That's what makes this so confusing. They can be kind, present, easy to be around, but when things get real, they pull back. They avoid depth. They stay surface level. They might listen, but not really engage. They might respond, but not really open. And over time, you feel it. They prefer comfort over truth, and peace over real connection. And you notice everything. You feel what's missing. You feel the distance, even in calm moments. But instead of pushing harder, you adapt. You explain things more carefully. You try not to be too much. You soften your emotions. You become easier to deal with. And slowly, you stop being fully honest. Not because you don't want to be, but because it feels like it won't change anything. This is the dynamic. They avoid. You adjust. They stay vague. You become precise. They move away from depth. You carry it alone. And at first, it feels manageable, even balanced. But over time, it creates distance. Because the relationship can only go as deep as truth is allowed. And here, truth keeps getting limited. This pattern rarely starts here. It usually comes from earlier experiences, where truth led to tension, and tension led to disconnection. So avoiding it became safer, more stable, more predictable, and that pattern follows into relationships, where keeping things fine feels like the safest option, even if it slowly kills the depth. And this starts shaping you. You become the one who understands, the one who adjusts, the one who keeps things working. And that can feel strong. But there's a hidden cost. Because now, you're not fully expressing. You're managing. And being appreciated for how easy you are is not the same as being truly seen. Here's what matters. You're not asking for too much. You're responding to something real. Because a relationship can be calm and still feel empty. It can be stable and still lack connection. And you're allowed to feel that, without needing something dramatic to justify it. So shift the way you evaluate the relationship. Stop asking, is this bad enough to leave? Start asking, is this real enough to grow? Because growth requires truth, not just comfort, and that changes what you start noticing. Then try something small. Say one thing more honestly than usual. Not perfectly, not aggressively, just more real, and watch what happens, because the response will show you what this relationship can actually hold. Here's the real shift. Stop protecting the relationship from discomfort. Start using discomfort to understand the relationship. Because real connection can handle tension. It can process, it can repair, and if it can't, that tells you something important. Truth doesn't destroy real connection. It reveals it. Some relationships don't break loudly. They fade quietly. They weaken in, fine. And that's why they're so hard to leave. Because nothing looks wrong, but something feels missing. And if you can feel that, that's not weakness. That's awareness. So here's the question. Have you ever stayed somewhere, just because it was fine, even though deep down, you knew it wasn't enough?